You know those business planning meetings? The ones filled with way more questions than answers? If you've ever felt that sinking feeling, trying to make huge decisions based on a giant mess of spreadsheets, well, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to talk about a better way, a path from all that chaos to a clear, unified system. Let's dive in. So, does this question hit a little too close to home? Come on, if you've ever been on a late night scavenger hunt for a file named latest underscore version underscore final underscore v3.xlsx, you know exactly the pain we're talking about. And this spreadsheet trap, well, that's where our journey begins. So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll really dig into the spreadsheet trap and why it's such a problem. Then we'll talk about the solution, a unified platform. We'll look at the benefits, see how it works, and explore how it can totally transform how your business plans for the future. All right, let's get right to the heart of it. What exactly is this spreadsheet trap that so many of us seem to be caught in? It's kind of weird when you think about it, right? We've got these incredible analytics tools like Power BI giving us these rich, real-time insights into everything that's already happened. But the second it's time to plan for the future, we're right back in a chaotic email chain just passing around disconnected spreadsheets. There's this huge gap between analyzing the past and planning the future. So what's the big deal, right? Spreadsheets work, kinda. Well, this old school process is more than just a little headache. It has real, tangible consequences for your teams and for your bottom line. And here they are. I mean, just think about it. The version control nightmares where nobody knows which numbers are the right ones. The countless hours people waste manually copying and pasting data together. And of course, the errors that always creep in. So what's the result? Slower decisions, totally frustrated teams, and your smartest people spending their time on data entry instead of actual analysis. It's just a massive waste of potential. This slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? It's the perfect before and after. Over on the left, you've got the chaos of the old way, a tangled mess of manual work and total confusion. But on the right, that's the future. A streamlined system with real-time updates, a single source of truth, and the power to see your plans and your actual results, side by side. It's a night and day difference. So, how do we get from that chaos to this clarity? The answer is all about integration. Let's really explore what a truly unified planning platform can do for you. You know, the core idea is so simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Stop exporting your data to go plan somewhere else. Instead, bring your planning to your data. Just imagine doing all your forecasting and budgeting right inside of Power BI, the exact same tool you're already using for analysis. Seriously, how much time would that save? And what are the results when you do this? Well, the outcomes are pretty significant. You get way faster planning cycles because you're cutting out all that manual work. You make better decisions because you're using real-time data. You finally have a single source of truth. And maybe best of all, your team gets to do all of it in an environment they already know. Okay, let's break down the specific benefits here. What's really in it for you and your team when you take this integrated approach? The advantages are just huge. I mean, instead of some long, drawn-out implementation, you can start almost immediately. Instead of making everyone learn a new tool, your team works in an interface they already know. You get awesome control and compliance, the ability to model all those what-if scenarios, and you can collaborate in real time without sending a single email attachment. Every single one of these is a direct answer to the frustrations we talked about earlier. Let's just zero in on that first benefit for a second. Start planning immediately. This is a really big deal. Traditional planning tools can take months, sometimes even years to get up and running. But with this approach, you're building on the work you've already done in Power BI, and that means you can see real value in just a few weeks. How's that for a fast start? We've said this phrase a couple of times now, single source of truth, and it's worth talking about. It sounds like a buzzword, but it's so important. It just means that everyone in the organization, from finance to sales to operations, is looking at and working with the exact same up-to-the-minute data. It's the ultimate silo buster. It completely ends the arguments about whose spreadsheet is the right one. Okay, so what does this actually look like in practice? You might be thinking it sounds complicated, but it's actually a really simple, elegant process. Let's just walk through it step by step. It really all happens in 5 simple steps. First, you just connect to the data you already have in Power BI. Easy. Second, you configure the system. Basically, you just tell it what you want to plan for. Third, your team starts entering their plans right in their reports. No more spreadsheets. Fourth, you can instantly see how your plans are stacking up against your actuals. And finally, you use built-in workflows to approve and finalize everything. See? It's a totally seamless, integrated process. All right, now let's bring this to life. How does this unified approach actually work for different teams inside a business? Let's look at some real-world examples. For the finance team, this is, well, it's a dream come true. Imagine managing everything from your high-level forecasts down to detailed expense planning, all in one secure, controlled place. No more chasing down numbers or worrying if the data's right. It's all right there, connected to your actuals. And for sales leaders, this is all about smarter planning. They can build their budgets, set quotas, and map out territories based on live data from their CRM and ERP systems. That direct link means their plans are actually grounded in reality, not just guesswork. And this is where the real magic happens. For operations folks, this isn't just a planning tool. It's a way to get the entire business on the same page. You can connect financial goals directly to demand forecasts, procurement, and inventory, creating one truly integrated business plan that everyone can see and act on. And hey, if your business runs on projects, this is an absolute game changer. Project managers can now track their budgets, resources, and profitability in real time, directly linking their work to the company's financial health. It's such a powerful way to make sure every single project is on track and delivering value. This table really says it all. We are talking about a fundamental shift from a slow, fragmented process to a unified, agile one. You go from duplicated data to unified data, from long projects to rapid deployment. And instead of bugging IT for every little change, you empower your users to take control themselves, all inside the world of Power BI that they already know. So we've kind of come full circle. We started in the chaos of the old way, and now we've seen the power of a unified approach. The real question isn't if you should change, but when. So is it time for you to transform your planning process? Thanks for watching.